My first guest is an Academy Award-winning actor and a hilarious comedian beginning Friday. You can see him in the animated film Robots. Please welcome Robin Williams. There's a lot of mime here tonight.
Watch out!
How are you?
Very good, great one. Great to be here, Mr. O'Brien.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You have a little Irish accent going for me.
I got to start off that right away, just to set it up and be right with you.
Yeah, very nice. Have you noticed that Irish people don't really talk that way?
Not at all. You do this and they go, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. The Irish people I've met, you can't understand a single word they say. Yeah, they're like, are you, mate?
And then you realize you're all pirates.
I learned that a long time. By the way, what are you going to do for St. Patrick's Day? Does it mean anything to you?
I'll be down with everybody else claiming they're Irish.
Yeah.
They'll be going, I'm a black Irish man. Tell me what I can do right now. Yeah, my name's O'Haquan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When I walk around, New York goes crazy on St. Patrick's Day. It's mostly, I see a lot of Italians, Polish people.
Everybody comes in, and for that day, you're granted a brief pass.
Right.
To go out and go for the wearing of the green.
You get to throw up with everybody.
Come on down there. We're driving the snakes out. That's we're driving them towards, we're heading them towards L.A. and see what happens.
Yeah. We have the lamest excuse for a holiday.
It is. What was your holiday? Getting rid of the snakes. Wow, good luck.
Yeah. Let's all get drunk.
Ours is about leaving Egypt. Hello. We don't need to flee. The Irish are fleeing. What are you taking? We'll take the flatbread. What are we taking? We'll take all the Guinness with us. Keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
It's Irish Passover.
There's Guinness later in the show. We'll find about that later on. Yeah, I'll get you some.
Hey, at least there's a happy time.
Yeah, there's a happy time at this show tonight. Now, I want to ask you something.
Got milk? No.
What was that all about?
I don't know.
Sorry. I want to grab it now.
Don't be afraid. We all have them.
Almost all of us. It's
okay.
Let it go,
let it go.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right.
One is okay. One is all right.
I want a man boobie. What do you think?
On men this week on Geraldo.
Well, I want to ask you about the Oscars because you're the first person I think I've talked to who was there.
Oh, yes.
And I want to know what you thought. They had a lot of changes this year at the Oscars to try and speed it up. And what did you think?
Let's make a deal part, you know.
Right.
I expected to give them, like, if the technical awards, the gun dressed as a cucumber, you've won.
Right. It was very game showy.
Yeah, and it was game showy. It was a bit like, American Idol, where they had everybody come up and go, I'm sorry, the rest of you, please leave.
Right. Did you think that was awkward, that they'd get eight people up there, and then they'd say, and the Oscar goes to, and everyone else just has to slowly walk away?
Thanks, I guess I'm nothing.
Yeah.
But the great thing is you'd see them all backstage going, we'll get them.
Yeah, we'll get it. We can just grab it.
It was a very bizarre setup, and then, and then Beyonce singing every song ever written.
Yeah.
And the French are going, we have people who could sing. Why do you have to put her with car parking attendants? All these boys are dressed like parking lot attendants. Why are they here?
You know what's funny is that it's refreshing that you were there. That's the feeling that all of us who were watching it on TV had when Beyonce sang her 11th song. Yeah. I love Beyonce, but it just had that. It's nice to know that that's what people there were feeling.
Yeah, and the Spanish people are going, at least we got away with something. She did not sing our song because stuff would have happened.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
That's the only
we
song.
had Antonio Banderas after a shower singing a song.
Yeah. He ran out on stage. Yeah, that was kind of intense.
You should. Would you ever think of hosting it?
I'd love to do that someday. Someday I will do it.
It's a great gig, really. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of love in the room.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. That's a crowd that's ready to laugh.
Yeah, it's always good. And you see Nicholson in the front going, give it your best shot. It's just...
Now, you've done it, right?
I was, one year, I was one of 3 hosts. It was Alan Alda and Jane Fonda, which, there's some funny people. Baby. If you want a riff, those are the people you'd pick.
Well, now...
I mean, it's a gig where the moment you're out there, you see just people, and you look out and you'd see Gregory Peck looking at you like, you're not going to grab yourself, are you, mister?
Did you have a temptation? You wanted to go...
Yo, Gregory! What about these, baby?
Yeah. You've got me looking there again.
Once again, don't be
Once
afraid.
again, the eye goes to the man boob.
Yes!
Now, you did a great thing. You entertained... actually read an extensive article where you entertained the troops in Iraq, which is a great thing to do. And you take it... It's a nice thing to do. And you take it very... seriously, you really want to... You go prepared. You really want these guys to laugh, so you actually do a lot of...
Well, you hope they laugh, because if you don't, you went, this is a long way to go.
Yeah, yeah.
It was, you go and you kind of look around and ask them what's been happening. And the weird thing is you land in Iraq and you see most people are in, the standard kind of desert camouflage, except for some units that have deployed with woodland green.
Right.
Which is, it's a little rough because you're going, psst, there are not that many trees.
Yeah, that's an odd camouflage.
One guy hiding behind a bush going, be very, very quiet. I'm looking for insurgents.
The only bush in 40 miles.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah. And there's also, some countries, well, the Air Force has a camouflage, which is kind of bizarre. They have blue, and a kind of a blue with a lighter blue.
Right.
The kind of don't ask, don't tell camo.
Yeah.
The only time you could hide is you have to be up against the horizon on a cloudy day.
Yeah.
I can't see him. Oh, look, the Air Force people are gone. There's no one can see.
Right. But and you went riding with the troops, too, is that right?
Yeah, occasionally you get to ride in a Hummer, which is a car, a great thing. And you see that sometimes, after that thing, after Rumsfeld had spoken and said, if you fight with what you get. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
And you see some of the Road Warrior Hummers with, you wanted to strap Rumsfeld in the front like Lord Humongous, like, I'll bring them now! Strap the aluminum siding. There's guys in Tennessee.
Do the old Mad Max thing. Yeah.
Here, I'll pimp your truck for you. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, take my Explorer. I can run over things. It ain't a big deal. People here, and you also see people driving around in Hummers on the freeways. You want to go, take the chance. Get a Bradley, my man.
Yeah.
Get a small tank. You're on the freeway. Mom, get in the turret. We're going to get groceries. Stay with me, kids. Run to the vegetable stand. Tommy, two by two, down the aisle. Tommy, get the meat. Follow me. Over.
It's dangerous work with kids.
It's dangerous work.
Can you hang on 1 second? We have a lot to talk about.
Don't be afraid.
I will not be afraid.
More beef.
Radu Williams when we come back. Stick around. Ready for something like that.
Yes, take this, boys.
Yeah. We're back. I want to ask you about this. I've never done it, but you swam with dolphins recently. Is that something do you recommend that people swim with dolphins?
I would recommend it with certain caveats.
Right.
One, swimming with them in the open water is kind of fun because they don't have to be with you.
Right.
But if you do it in like a confined space, it's a bit like, lap dancing.
Right.
They're like,
just...
Oh, me swim with you, me swim with you.
And then...
These are horny dolphins, yeah.
Oh.
That nipple keeps coming at me. I don't know what it is.
I'll be over here.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, swim. Pa really loves Pa.
But
Give me torture. I want tuna. Tuna's my friend.
Yeah.
But if you, at a certain point, if they're in the confined space, they get a little, like, okay, that's it, I gotta go, I got things to do,
Right. They get a little tired of you.
Oh, and the one bit me, which was kind of, hey, I thought you were supposed to be friendly.
Where did it bite you?
My hand.
Ah.
And the trainer said, you put your finger in its blowhole. I went, I think not. I'd be like going up to somebody, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, who would put the finger in the blood? Like, no one would do that.
I think no one.
Yeah.
No, I think...
Well, there's a couple of people that would do it.
A couple of people going, are you nuts? I'd do that right off the bat.
La Bamba over there is like, get me some blowhole.
Yeah.
But other than that...
Blowhole.com. Yeah, occasionally, you get the right dolphin, they're not against it. You give them a couple of sardines, they're willing to go all night in the blowhole. And you hear this noise.
All right, that was too much.
Sorry.
That was too much. I'll edit that. I'll see that that's edited out.
But it is fun
yeah.
when you see them get curious, that's when it's fun. When they're in the open water, they kind of come and check you out, and they bring the kids. But even then, they'll discipline the smaller dolphins, like, don't touch them.
Right.
And they'll swim by.
There's a real you can see a real intelligence there.
Oh, very much so. And they're kind of doing like anthropomorphic studies of us, like they can be trained. Watch, I'll jump out of the water and they'll come to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fascinating. And I want to ask you about this, because you've been on several times, but we never talked about it. You were a very serious wrestler when you were a younger man.
Yeah, in high school, I wrestled, you know, and when you're a little guy,
yeah,
and you're a tall man, so don't be afraid. When I was, like, in high school, first of all, when I was in junior high, I was kind of fat, so I'd go off for sports. But being, like, when you finally get down and you realize you're 98 pounds, or 103, I wrestled 103. And in wrestling, it's the only time you can actually go up against another 103-pound person.
Because they match you that way.
They match you that way. It's not you against the big fat kid. You know?
Right.
You're up against another kid who has eaten going, let's get this over with. And it was always weird because I would have a match, and my mother finally came to one of the matches, and my coach is on the side going, crotch ride! Crotch ride! I'm like,
what?
Thanks, that's my mom.
What is saying? What?
Crotch ride is a very kind of a thing where you grab, you don't actually grab them like that. Well, that was the first Greek wrestling.
yeah.
That's how they shook hands. Epidermis? Titus? It was always... Yeah. But it is also a weird sport, you know, when you finish the first period where you're both standing and do that. But in the second period, the referee'd come over and go, top or bottom. I went, isn't that really a lifetime choice?
Yeah. We have to decide that right here,
right.
Yeah.
And you're dressed in kind of a thong, this little tank top thing, and you're wrestling around going, it's a manly sport, really.
Right.
Yeah, and you see the people watching, yes, it is, it's fabulous.
I think it would be good, but it's good if you have a sort of a lower center of gravity. That's a good sport. My center of gravity is somewhere up here.
Yeah,
I mean, I would just tip over instantly.
They would go right for your legs. It's usually that thing of, whoop, bam, knocking me down. And the next thing you know, you're going, get to the side of the mat. Get to the side of the mat. Touch me.
Just get me over there.
Yeah.
Avoid the crotch ride at all times.
It's not like professional wrestling, though. It is really brutal in my arms. I'd finish a match and go, thanks, that was a lot of fun. Bye-bye.
Right. But you do it anymore just for fun? No.
No, just once in a while with the wife, but that's different. Yeah, you know the ride I like.
Well, but no better time than now to move on to robots. A family-friendly cartoon movie.
Let's go.
We'll go from crotch into robots.
Hey, kids, enjoy the cartoon. Hello, enjoy this cartoon, which has no genitalia.
Yeah. You a fan? You must be a lifelong fan of cartoons.
I love cartoons growing up, and, you know, I always loved especially the Warner Brothers.
Sure.
I mean, you realize that we watch cartoons that, you know, for a while right now, people go, you can't have a character with that speech impairment? Why not?
Right.
Or like this, your character talks like this.
Right.
Or you got a stuttering pig, you know?
Right.
I'm sorry, that'll offend people.
No, it's, you know, and you can tell a lot of us, I know my comedy was greatly influenced by watching Warner Brothers cartoons as a kid. That's where I learned a lot about what being funny is all about.
Oh, big time. And you had a cross-dressing rabbit who kissed Elmer Fudd every time, and Elmer would get like, oh, you know, it's like...
Right.
I'm sure there's some kids on Broadway right now going, I remember.
It's an important time in my life, yeah.
I want to thank folks.
Yeah.
And my significant other.
We have a clip here from Robots. Anything we need to know here?
Just that it's animated.
Let's take a look.
Pull yourself together. All you need is an upgrade.
All I need is one stinking neck joint. No, 1, 6, 7, 2, 8.
Sorry, pal. It's either upgrade or the chop shop for you.
Now, hands.
Hey, up, oh, up, and ta-da!
I'm back. You miss me?
This stuff looks so good. They're chilling what they can do now.
It's frightening. The animation is so beautiful. The 3D world that they make is so gorgeous. You know, it's kind of like Busby Berkeley meets Fritz Lang, and every frame is so beautiful. And the kids are like, it's great when you see it with kids, because kids, if they don't like something, you'll go,
that's really reminiscent of something I don't want to see again.
That's a smart kid. Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
It's like early Technicolor, but in some ways much more stimulating.
How old are you?
This many. And I'm never going to Neverland.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
I know.
It's fun there.
Yeah, it's fun.
I've been. Robots.
Stay out of the kiddie pool.
Well,
you've been there?
As a child. Robots opens.
Remember that ride?
Robots.
You must be this hard to ride Michael.
What better time to once again plug Robots? This great movie for kids. And People Who Love Kids.
People Who Love Kids.
Opens.
Or People in Witness Protection. I want you to come see it, whatever happens, Michael.
Robots opens Friday. Always a treat. Robin Williams, thank you so much. Now, Joe Lawson coming up.